Hey everybody, we're going to start a new series. It's going to be about your takeaway. Takeaway is probably one of the most missed things I see when giving golf lessons. So we're going to give you a whole bunch of different ways to perfect your takeaway. All right, so we're going to talk about the basics of the takeaway. This is like super misunderstood by people and it's missed. And if you miss the takeaway, the whole entire rest of your golf swing is going to be a compensation for the bad takeaway you made. So if you see, I have this alignment rod set up here and an alignment rod set up here. So this is my alignment and this is my shaft plane. So this is the favorite line for golf instructors to draw on your TV, is they'll draw that big shaft plane line. And it's really, really important to understand how this works. So in a good swing, when you make the club go back, the hands, the shaft, and the club head should stay on this line. So what happens to most people is you'll see a couple things, is the club will go out and away from that line, or it'll go in and away from that line, or you'll see the hands go out and the club go in. And those are three terrible mistakes, because once you make those mistakes, there is literally no recovery from them that's good or consistent. So when we're making a good swing, we're going to take this club back. The hands are going to work in, but the club is going to stay out. So if you notice, my hands circled in, but they're on this line, and the club stayed outside of my hands. This is outside of my hands, this is inside of my hands. So the club's going to stay outside of my hands. And this is a really important position, because from here it's going to allow me to turn deep, and now I'm on my shaft plane line, and then I can return it down that same line. So here's the biggest mistake I see, and there'll be people that understand takeaway, and they're like, hey, I know my hands go in, the club goes out, and they'll go this way. Or then there'll be other people that says, hey, my club goes too far inside, because their hands will go out. So we really want to get in here and understand that, hey, my body's going to turn, my hands are going to work in, and the club's going to stay out. And the only way my club stays out is if my arms are very, very passive. If the minute I add rotation or I start doing funky stuff with my club head, then I look like Zorro. And that's not a good thing in the golf swing. So super simple. We're going to take our tummy, we're going to turn, hands are on the line, club's outside. This is going to be my takeaway position. And now we're on this line. And that is your basics of takeaway. So that was the takeaway. Today's idea was just to give you the basics of what the takeaway should look like. Our next few videos are going to be a whole bunch of drills to teach you how to make the perfect takeaway.